We are digging into a pretty powerful blueprint for success that's been hiding right under our noses. It's a model for perfect teamwork that you've probably seen 1,000 times, but maybe never really broken down.
So, let's start with a big question. What really makes a team great? Is it just having the most raw talent, a huge budget, or maybe that one super charismatic leader? We hear these answers all the time, but honestly, they kind of miss a much bigger, more fundamental point.
See, the real answer isn't about finding that one superstar to carry the whole team on their back. In some systems, a hero player simply can't exist. The game itself is designed so that every single player has to interact, they have to support, and they have to elevate each other just to stand a chance.
It's not about the players. It's about the system. The blueprint, right? And one of the most effective blueprints for collaboration isn't found in some fancy boardroom or a tech startup. Nope, it's on the volleyball court.
That's right, volleyball. It might seem like an unlikely place to look, but it is a nearly perfect blueprint for teamwork, and we're about to break down exactly why. For anyone who's maybe not as familiar with the sport, the goal is pretty simple. You have to make the ball hit the floor on the other team's side. But actually doing that, wow, it requires incredible coordination. It's this game of constant motion, where every single player's action is directly tied to the next. There is absolutely no room for going rogue. It's all about perfect harmony.
So what's the first pillar of this whole blueprint? It's the absolute bedrock, the foundation, constant, relentless communication. Without it, the entire system just falls apart before the first point is even scored.
And listen, we're not just talking about players yelling, "mine," or "I got it." This is about a continuous dialogue, both what you say and what you don't, that builds trust, creates this amazing unity, and allows the whole team to react to threats and opportunities almost instantly.
This communication really happens on two different levels. On the surface, yeah, you've got the verbal calls and the quick hand signals the blockers use to set up a defense. But the truly elite teams, they go so much deeper. They operate on intuition, on these tiny nonverbal cues, and a shared trust that's been built over hundreds and hundreds of hours of practice. That's the deeper connection. That's where the real magic happens.
Okay, so if communication is the foundation, then the structure itself is built from these really specialized interdependent roles. Every player has a very specific job, and every single one of those jobs is absolutely crucial to the whole operation.
This quote from our source material just says it all perfectly. No single player can win a game alone. Success relies on each member executing the responsibilities simultaneously. It's not about one person's heroics, it's about the entire group executing together.
And here's where it gets really interesting, because you can see how these roles translate directly to just about any team environment. Your setter, that's your project manager, the one orchestrating the entire play and deciding where the resources, in this case the ball, need to go. The hitter is your specialist, your executor, laser-focused on that final goal. And the libero? They're your quality assurance, the defensive backbone that makes sure everything starts off stable and controlled. Each role is totally distinct, but 100% dependent on the others.
So let's see this whole blueprint in action. Imagine a serve just rocketing over the net. Step 1. The libero, our defensive specialist, makes a perfect pass, turning total chaos into control. Step 2. The setter, our project manager, reads the defense in a split second and puts the ball in the absolute perfect position for the best possible outcome. And Step 3. The hitter, our executor, takes that perfect setup and finishes the job. Receive, set, attack. It's a seamless chain of specialized actions, all leading to one successful result.
So we've got our foundation of communication and our structure of specialized roles. But what powers it all? Well, the engine of this blueprint is a dynamic, totally adaptive strategy.
Because look, no plan ever survives contact with the opponent, right? Great volleyball teams are masters of collective problem solving, and they do it in real time. They read the court, they analyze the play, and they adjust on the fly. Not as a bunch of individuals, but as one single cohesive unit. That adaptability, that's what keeps them ahead of the game, especially under pressure.
All right, so how do we take this amazing model from the volleyball court and bring it into the workplace? Let's translate these lessons into your team's very own blueprint for success.
So here are the key takeaways. First, you've got to prioritize constant communication at every level. Not just the explicit stuff, but that implicit trust too. Second, clearly define every role and make sure each person knows just how vital their contribution really is. Third, don't just make a static plan. Build a strategy that expects and even embraces change. And finally, you got to foster that deep team identity through all the shared victories, the tough challenges, and the whole experience. So, all this leaves us with one final question for you. Take a hard look at your own team. Is it just a group of talented individuals working near each other? Or is it a true system, a cohesive blueprint, really built for success? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.